It was on 23 February of 2008 that the world experienced the unexpectable. The most expensive and advanced stealth bomber aircraft of the United States was lifting off the runway and crashed just a few seconds into its flight. The B-2 Spirit stealth bomber, dubbed Spirit of Kansas, crashed on the runway moments after takeoff from Andersen Air Force Base in Guam. The accident marked the first operational loss of a B-2 bomber, and as of 2022, it remains the only one crash ever happen. With its price estimated to cost $1.4 billion, this is equivalent to $1.7 billion in today's money, considering only the cost of purchasing the aircraft. It was the most expensive aircraft crash in history. Designed to be a heavy strategic bomber, featuring low observable stealth technology designed for penetrating dense anti-aircraft defenses. Designed during the peak of the Cold War, this flying wing carries a crew of 2. The bomber is subsonic and can deploy both conventional and thermonuclear weapons, such as up to 80 bombs each weighing 500 pounds or 230 kilograms like the Mk-82 JDAM GPS-guided bombs, or 16 bombs each weighing 2,400 pounds or 1,100 kilograms like the B-83 nuclear bombs. The B-2 is the only acknowledged aircraft that can carry large air-to-surface standoff weapons in a stealth configuration. The B-2 is capable of all-altitude attack missions up to 50,000 feet with a range of more than 6,900 miles on internal fuel and can go as far as over 12,000 miles with one mid-air refueling. It entered service in 1997 as the second aircraft designed to have advanced stealth technology after the Lockheed F-117 Nighthawk attack aircraft. Though designed originally as primarily a nuclear bomber, the B-2 was first used in combat dropping conventional non-nuclear ordnance in the Kosovo War in 1999. It later served in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Libya. The crash of the Spirit of Kansas, number 89-0127, which had been operated by the 393rd Bomb Squadron, the 509th Bomb Wing and Whiteman Air Force Base, had logged more than 5,100 flight hours. The pilots attempted to control the bomber but were unable to do so. The plane first pitched up and then pitched down, dragging the left wing towards the ground. As wingtips made contact with the ground, the pilots were left with nothing to do rather than ejecting out and survive the crash. Even though there were no munition on the aircraft created a fireball that stretched over 18,000 square feet between parallel runways and took more than 8 hours to stop it. In few minutes the most expensive crash had happened, and nothing could be done to save $1.7 billion of the taxpayers' money. The crash did not only destroy the plane, but it also destroyed classified material that had been loaded onto the bomber the morning the aircraft was returning to Whiteman Air Force Base, after a 4-month deployment in support of Pacific Air Force's continuous bomber presence. At Guam Naval Hospital, one pilot was evaluated and released, and the second was hospitalized. A B-2 already in the air was called back to Andersen following the crash, and the other B-2s were grounded until an initial investigation into the crash was complete. The findings of the investigation stated that the B-2 crashed after heavy, lashing rains of the area caused moisture to enter the skin flush air data sensors. The data from these sensors are used to calculate numerous factors including airspeed and altitude. Because 3 pressure transducers failed to function attributable to condensation inside devices, the flight control computers calculated inaccurate aircraft angle of attack and airspeed. Incorrect airspeed data on cockpit displays led to the aircraft rotating at 12 knots slower than indicated. After the wheels lifted from the runway, which caused the flight control system to switch to different control laws, the erroneously sensed negative angle of attack caused the computers to inject a sudden 1.6 GS uncommand, 30-degree pitch-up maneuverer. The combination of slow liftoff speed and the extreme angle of attack with attendant drag, resulted in an unrecoverable stall, yaw, and descent. Both crew members successfully ejected from the aircraft soon after the left wing tip started to gouge the ground alongside the runway. The aircraft hit the ground, tumbled, and burned after its fuel ignited. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and then subscribe. You can also watch other videos from this channel by clicking on those popping videos.